We will begin this morning's meeting, Franklin County Board of Commissioners, general session with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Brown.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Boyce is still in Providence, Rhode Island, taking his son to school, so he will not be joining us this morning. September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and we have a guest with us this morning, Linda Hetker. Did I say that correctly? Hi, Linda. If you could come on up. Appreciate it.
If you could come on up to the microphone.
The mic is on.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
Can you talk into the microphone? You're welcome to take it off the stand if that's
Introduce
easier.
yourself and your guest.
Thank you for having us here. My name is Linda Hector, and this is my husband, Ray. September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and my husband, 8 years ago, June 19th, 2009, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. As a caregiver and a wife, I never expected I'd be in this situation. It's been hard. I'm a mother of four sons, 2 grandsons. One grandson is biracial with prostate cancer on both sides of his family. And for me, that's scary to know that he's only a year old right now, and he has to wait to get a PSA to find out whether or not he's going to be diagnosed with prostate cancer. But since 2014, I've been contacting mayors, council members, commissioners, anybody who will listen for a proclamation or resolution for Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. As of today, I have 261 overall from 2014. For this year alone, I have 121, not counting the mail that comes today. And this is Petey, the Prostate Crusader. He's my little guy that goes with me everywhere. The prostate is the size of a walnut, so there's the significance. He's my saving grace. I created him, and he's my way of putting him on the table and saying, okay, start talking about prostate cancer. He's even on Capitol Hill with members of Congress and senators. I walk in the door every year when we go to the Zero Summit, and they go, where's Petey? It's like, he's with me. But I want to thank you and thank everybody for listening. I get a little bit nervous, but it's so important to raise awareness for prostate cancer so that we keep our men alive. As caregivers and wives, please get your men to take the PSA. It's the only test we have right now, but it's so important. We don't need to keep losing men from prostate cancer. Thank you.
Linda, is there a place where people can get information about prostate cancer? You sound like you really have a good understanding of the issue, and if there's a website or a telephone number for somebody to contact. People do watch this show, and for the viewing audience, it would be helpful if we could get that information out.
I work with an organization called Zero, the End of Prostate Cancer, and their web address is zerocancer.org, Z-E-R-O, cancer.org.
Thank you for that.
They have help with financial, medical, yes, and information, and we've been with them since 2013. So it's great, and
so they can connect with financial information. They can connect with just a lot of information about the issue of prostate cancer, and anything somebody needs to know. They can go to that website, zerocancer.org. Is it zero as number or zero as the word?
Yes, the word.
the word zerocancer.org.
Yes.
Perfect. And we do have a resolution for you, and
Yep. So we're going to come up and get a picture as well.
Okay.
Thank you. And thanks for letting me lay down.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Thank you. Sure.
All right, we have another resolution this morning. As many of you may recall, grab a hold of her and don't let her get out of the room, please. As many of you may recall, at the end of July, we hosted the National Association of Counties, 2,500 guests from across the country, many of whom were county commissioners from all over the United States that came in. We won the award for the conference in 2012, but we spent a couple of years working on planning the conference, and we had one person in particular. While this took many, many volunteers, a couple hundred volunteers and a lot of staff and a lot of time and effort to put this thing together, we had one particular person who ran point on putting the conference together, and that was Robin Deaver. Robin did a fantastic job coordinating all of the people, the resources, and the effort that it took to pull this thing off. It was a very successful conference. Made all of us look good, made Franklin County look good, made the City of Columbus look good, made the Convention Center look good, the Convention Facilities Authority look good, made Experience Columbus look good. Robin made a lot of people look good. And so this morning we want to recognize the effort that she put in and the time and all that she had done. I mean, I told her when we were done with the conference that we were going to throw what I would refer to as the Robin party, and that she was allowed to invite whoever she wanted to, and I think we have a date finally set to be able to do that. And so we want to recognize the efforts of Robin Deaver in putting together a huge effort in the conference that was very, very successful, and all that she did to pull it all together. So, and I don't know if Marilyn or Ken or anybody else wants to add anything to that.
I want to say thank you to you, Robin, for doing all of the organizing behind the scenes to get all of the people that were in front doing what we all needed to do. And I know it was a huge lift to get all of the volunteers behind the scenes to do what they did, and they were so good. All of the volunteers were amazing, and a lot of that has to do with the leader behind the scenes, and that was you. And I appreciate everything you did here. And you know, as the new one in county to do this conference, you really came in and did it well, so thank you.
On behalf of county administration, I would like to thank Robin first for signing up for this task. I'm sure once we got into things, she was like, what did I sign up for? But she took on a big task where the expectations were high. because Franklin County has a very strong partnership with the National Association of Counties, very good reputation, and Robin did everything asked of her and preserved that relationship. And I think that even now Franklin County's partnership with NACO is even stronger based on the event and how well we represented not only their organization but the community at large. So I would like to, as county administrator, I think I've said this once before, thank Robin for everything she's done on this event and the next big event I'm sure that's around on the horizon somewhere that we're going to pull in. Thank you, Robin.
You know, there was one other thing. Marilyn, when Marilyn was talking, it reminded me. You know, Robin was going from like sun up to sundown during this conference, during the actual weekend of the conference, and she was with me a lot. And the funny part was is I barely saw you, and I barely saw Kevin. And I know she was with you and she was with Kevin a lot. So I don't know. She must have cloned herself during the conference because, I mean, I saw her all the time, and she was, like I said, I mean, I'd show up in the morning and she was already there. I'd be leaving at night and she was still there, and she was with me a lot. And so she must have been with you and with Kevin the whole time as well. So I think there were 2 or 3 Robins throughout the course of the conference.
And she was with
Maybe
the
so.
volunteers.
And she was with the volunteers. So, you know, there was a huge effort here, so thank you, everybody. We should give her another round of applause. And now we're going to get, Robin always takes all the pictures, but now we're going to get a picture with Robin.
You're not used to being on this end of the camera. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
And do we have a new, I know we have a new bride in the back of the room, but is she the new Jessica Sullivan or the new Jessica Friedman? Still Jessica Sullivan, but congratulations, Jessica. Yeah, Adam and Jessica got married in Ashtabula County over the weekend, so by the mayor. Yeah, he travels to marry people. Good for him. All right, on to, we need an approval of the minutes of the July 25th, 2017 general session.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
The minutes have been approved.
All right, the clerk of courts.
Resolution number 609-17, resolution authorizing a contract with MAPSIS Incorporated to support the data migration readiness for the Franklin County Justice System Modernization Project in the amount of $44,376.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jason Sankey, Chief Information Officer with the Clerk of Courts. This contract with MAPSIS will provide a build to create a mechanism for migrating from the current court case management system to the new case management system. It will also provide analysis and testing to see what impact the actual migration of this size will have on the current environment. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 609-17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 609-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks. Engineer.
Resolution number 610-17, resolution approving street, storm, and water improvement plans for the villages at Jefferson Run Phase 4 and 5, Jefferson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Cornell Robertson, Franklin County Engineer.
Carla Marable, Franklin County Engineer's Office.
Commissioners, this first resolution is for a subdivision in the northeast part of the county in Jefferson Township, east of Wagner Road and south of Havens Corners Road. With this resolution, we are asking you to approve and sign the plans for the streets, the storm sewers, and the water lines.
Move approval of 6/10/17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 610-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 611-17, authorization for the Franklin County Engineer to enter into an agreement with the City of Dublin for the inspection of various bridges, City of Dublin, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, the City of Dublin has 54 bridges in their jurisdiction for inspection. They ask that we inspect them for them and will reimburse us for those costs.
Move approval of 6/11/17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 611-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 612-17, final encumbrance of county motor vehicle license tax $5 funds to the Village of Marble Cliff in the amount of $150,000.
Commissioners, as stated, this is a $5 funds resolution for the Village of Marble Cliff. They improved West Fifth Avenue from the railroad tracks east to Cambridge Boulevard.
Move
West Fifth Avenue is on the list
Yeah.
for such use, and we would ask for your approval. Thank
Great.
you.
I'll move for approval of 6/12/17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 612-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 613-17, resolution authorizing a settlement to the City of Columbus for a property damage claim due to a vehicle accident involving a Franklin County Engineers Office employee in the amount of $282.76.
Commissioners, on June 2nd of 2017, doing a routine survey of Gender Road, one of our survey vehicles struck a fire hydrant. Following that survey of Gender Road, the crew was parked alongside of Gender, and as they were re-entering the roadway, they struck that fire hydrant, causing damage. We've worked closely with the prosecutor's office, and they have approved the settlement amount.
I'll move for approval of 6/13/17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 613-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 614-17, report second of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Melrose Avenue and Lamont Avenue drainage improvement, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $7,852.
Commissioners, this resolution seeks compensation for property owners along the Melrose Avenue, Lamont Avenue drainage improvement project. That project is located in Clinton Township. The compensation was based on fair market value.
Move approval of 6/14/17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 614-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 615-17, report first of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of a property abutting the State Route 665 Pump Station Improvement Project, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $1,090.
Commissioners, this resolution also seeks compensation for property owners along the State Route 665 Pump Station Improvement Project. That's located in Jackson Township. This is a sanitary engineer project in which he requested that we assist them in the acquisition of right-of-way. This compensation was also based on fair market value.
Move approval of 6/15/17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 615-17 has been adopted.
The Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 616-17, resolution authorizing the conveyance of real property located on Riggins Road for the purpose of transferring excess land from right-of-way.
Commissioners, as you know, this capital improvement project was in the northwest part of the county in Washington Township, extended Riggins Road from Avery Road east to Wilcox Road. This was a cooperative project including Franklin County, City of Columbus, City of Hilliard, and a developer. This particular resolution is associated with right-of-way acquisition right at the intersection of Avery and Riggins. A portion of the right-of-way was needed for the project that we performed. Another portion will be for the project that's underway by City of Columbus, extending Riggins further west towards Cosgray Road. So this resolution will transfer that property to City of Columbus.
I will move for approval of Resolution 61617.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 616-17 has been adopted.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Veteran Service Commission.
Resolution number 617-17, resolution authorizing a contract with Aero Express LLC, Blue Cab of America, Bobcat Radio Service Incorporated, Bobcat Taxi LLC, Central Ohio German Village Taxi, Certified Network Columbus Taxi Service Incorporated, Metro Transportation Incorporated, Secure Transportation, Westside Taxi LLC, and Wheels to Go Incorporated for medical transportation services in the amount of $435,816.
Good morning, Commissioners. We have received information that one of our potential vendors is unable to meet the capabilities of the contract. Therefore, we would like to request that we table this resolution for a period of 1 week. We think that will give us sufficient time to rectify the situation.
And you're sure 1 week will do it?
I'm pretty sure that 1 week will be sufficient.
Okay. Any issues with the other vendors by tabling for a week?
They have been notified via email as of Friday. They were very accommodating, and they look forward to this great opportunity to take care of the veterans of Franklin County.
And our veterans won't have a problem with transportation in the meantime?
Correct. No services will be interrupted. We're currently operating under our our old contract for a period of up to 90 days is what I was told. So we will be able to provide uninterrupted transportation to our clients.
Great. I will be happy to move for tabling Resolution 61717 for 1 week.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 617-17 has been tabled for 1 week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. The Law Library.
Resolution number 618-17, resolution authorizing the Law Library to contract with the statewide consortium of county law library resource boards for services provided by the Public Services Law Librarian.
Good morning, Commissioners. Angela Baldry, Director of the Law Library. This first resolution is in regards to one of our public services librarians who was recently selected to be the new Executive Director of the statewide Law Library Consortium. So she will be entering into an MOU with them, and the library will be getting reimbursed for her time on the job.
Move approval of 61817.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 618-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 619-17, resolution authorizing the Law Library to contract with a statewide consortium of county law library resource boards for services provided by the law librarian.
This resolution is in regards to the work that I do for the consortium. I have been retained to do special projects for them up to 12 hours a month.
Move approval of 61917.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 619-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 620-17, resolution allowing the law library to enter into a 3-year countywide contract with LexisNexis in conjunction with the Board of Commissioners, Common Pleas Court, Domestic Relations Court, Probate Court, the Clerk of Courts, and the Public Defender, Child Support Enforcement, and the Prosecuting Attorney in the amount of $19,718.12.
Thank you. This is a renewal of the current countywide LexisNexis contract. It's another 3 years for the 9 agencies that have banded together. We were able to lock in a price at a 3% increase from what we're currently paying, with a 3% increase annually.
Move approval of 62017.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 620-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Angela. Franklin County Data Center. All right, Resolution 59617 if you want.
Good morning, Commissioners. Julie Lest with the Franklin County Data Center. Do we need to remove this
Yeah.
from the table first?
We will remove Resolution 59617 from the table. Move for that.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 596-17 has been removed from the table. Resolution number 596-17, resolution authorizing a contract with Presidio Network Solutions Group, LLC for information technology infrastructure services in the amount of $3,446,800.
Good morning, Commissioners. This resolution will allow the data center to enter into an agreement with Presidio Network Solutions. It will provide infrastructure services, which will then in turn free up some of our staff to do innovation and enhancements to our current systems. If there are any questions, I'd be glad to answer those. Pending them, I do request approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 59617.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 596-17 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Animal control.
Resolution number 621-17, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a gift from the Catherine M. Reho Estate.
Good
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning. How are you?
Resolution I'm here today asking for acceptance of is a monetary gift from the estate of Catherine Reho, and I'm also asking you to approve the county administrator's signatory rights to sign the waiver of notice of probate. And pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
And we still at this time don't know what that gift is. We just know that there is something.
Yes. It's listed in the will, but at this
Mhm.
moment until this gets signed
It
and
goes through
presented.
probate,
Right.
and then we'll learn.
Absolutely.
Great. This is very nice. I will move for approval of 62117.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 621-17 has been adopted.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Deb. Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 622-17, resolution approving a contract with Access to Interpreters, LLC for the interpretation and translation services in the amount of $1,628,188.87.
Good morning, Commissioners. Joy Bivens, Franklin County Job and Family Services. This resolution will approve a one-year contract extension with Access to Interpreters for interpretation and translation services. As you know, over the past several decades, our new American population has grown significantly, whether it be through immigration, secondary migration, or refugee settlement. Under the Title IV Act of the Civil Rights Act, our agency must provide meaningful access to our programs to limited English-speaking customers. We do this by having access to proficient interpretation services. Pending any questions, I would ask for your approval of this resolution.
I will move for approval of 62217.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 622-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 623-17, resolution authorizing the Franklin County Job and Family Services Director to execute agreements and any other necessary documents for inter-county release and acceptance of funds with Montgomery County Department of Job and Family Services, Belmont County Department of Job and Family Services, and Summit County Department of Job and Family Services.
Commissioners, there are 3 inter-county trades, each with a different county, Belmont, Montgomery, and Summit. In 2 of the trades, we are trading some of our unused funds for an equal amount of funds in an area where we have current need. 2 of these trades will allow us to reduce our need for funds or requests from the general fund. This is the first time the county has done this type of trade because of the function historically has always laid with the state Ohio Department of Job and Family Services. In 2013, the law changed and now requires counties to work amongst each other. We believe that this is an opportunity for us not only to assist other counties, but also other counties to assist us. Pending any questions, I would ask for your approval of this resolution.
I think this is a great approach so that we can get what we need in dollars for the services that we really need. So I will move approval of Resolution 62317.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 623-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Joy. Child Support Enforcement.
Resolution number 624-17, resolution authorizing a contract between the Franklin County Child Support Enforcement Agency and Capital Law School to assist the CSEA in the development of domestic violence screening, referral, and education services as part of the CARE PJAC federal grant in the amount of $70,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lori Torriero on behalf of the Child Support Enforcement Agency. This contract is part of the Procedural Justice Alternatives to Contempt grant. That grant requires, because we're doing case conferencing with both parties, a very strong domestic violence protocol, and Capital Law was our named partner in the grant application to allow us to develop that process, as well as necessary referrals to external agencies for assistance if it should be needed. Pending any questions, I'd request your approval.
Move approval of Resolution 62417.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 624-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 625-17, resolution authorizing a contract between the Franklin County Child Support Enforcement Agency and Goodwill Incorporated to provide work readiness services as part of the CARE PJAC federal grant in an amount not to exceed $275,000.
Commissioners, this grant is also under the Procedural Justice Alternatives to Contempt grant. Part of that grant would involve providing necessary services to obligors who are in danger of being found in contempt of their child support order due to an inability to pay. Goodwill is one of two providers that we will be contracting with, also a named provider in the grant application. Pending any questions, I'd request your approval.
Move approval of 62517.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 625-17 has been adopted.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
Thanks. Homeland Security and Justice Programs.
Good morning, Commissioners.
This Resolution 60117 needs to be removed from the table. I will move to do that.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 601-17 has been removed from the table. Resolution number 601-17, resolution authorizing a supplemental appropriation and interfund loan from the General Fund to Justice Programs Fund and an agreement with the Franklin County Municipal Court to provide supportive work release programming for eligible misdeeds in the amount of $100,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Michael Daniels from the Office of Justice Policy and Programs. We briefed this extensively a couple of weeks ago. To refresh your memories quickly, the biennial budget has significant increases to prison diversion funding, and many of those at the expense of jail diversion funding. And so without some sort of assistance, the misdemeanant work release program in the municipal court will no longer be able to work, and that will put approximately 435 people spending about 3,500 jail nights back into the jail. So our proposal in front of you is an interfund loan between the General Fund and the Justice Programs Fund with a supplemental or a coexisting agreement with the municipal court to keep that work release program going. The county's funds will only be used to support misdemeanants who are charged not under the City of Columbus Municipal Code. The City of Columbus is stepping up to take care of those folks who are charged under the code. It's our intention that when the targeted community alternatives to prison program, their so-called TCAP program, is in place and monies begin flowing down, it's our intent to repay this interfund loan using those dollars. Pending any other questions, I'd ask for your approval.
You're getting good at the acronyms.
Trying to remember what they all mean.
Yeah, I know. I will move approval of 60117. This is really important.
Second.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 601-17 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners, and thank you to the Prosecutor's Office for all your help on this.
Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 626-17, resolution authorizing a contract agreement with George J. Eigel and Company Incorporated to perform site work and underground utilities activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center in the amount of $2,830,243.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jim Goodman with Public Facilities Management. This morning I have for your consideration an action that will allow for the award of a contract associated with the construction of the new Correction Center. It's a significant action in that it represents the first award of a contract for actual on-site observable construction activities that will deliver the new facility to be located at 2551 Fisher Road. Today's recommendation will allow for site work and the installation of underground utilities. The contract's the product of a publicly advertised invitation to bid, which attracted, I think, very good bid coverage. A local firm, George J. Eigel and Company, submitted the lowest and best bid. In its bid and a subsequent scope review meeting, Eigel demonstrated it has the capacity, experience, and ability to complete the required scope of work. Pending any questions, the project team, including this agency, the owner's representative, and the construction manager, recommended the award of the contract to George J. Eigel Company.
All right, thank you, Jim. We have a speaker slip this morning from Mr. Al Washington. Mr. Washington, if you want to come forward.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Al Washington, New York. I'm concerned because the entirety of the Correction Center project is covered by the MOU. This particular scope of work for site work and underground work has a high concentration of the need for heavy equipment operators, etc. None of the 17 trades in a signatory to the MOU provide those trades. Those trades traditionally, in this area we were talking about unions, would be provided by the International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 18. Local 18 is not signatory to the MOU. Only the bidder is required to work with the trades that are signatory. However, you can't work with somebody who's not signatory. That can't be enforced. Take a look at the 17 trades that are signatory. For whatever the reason, the International Union of Operating Engineers is not signatory. So, I'm simply, my concern is obviously, if we want to proceed with the MOU, that's going to have to be revisited. If it's going to have to be revisited, let's not do it piecemeal, because there's some other stuff in there that needs to be fixed. And particularly as it relates to Article 7. I raise this and suggest to you that to vote to award that contract when the scope of work is not covered by the MOU represents a significant problem.
Commissioners, I would just offer up one comment in response to Mr. Washington's comments, is that any of the apparent low bidders that we award on this project have agreed to be signatories to the MOU, and that would include, in this case, George J. Eigel and Company.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Come to the microphone, please, Mr. Washington.
The only trades that are covered are those trades who are signatory to the MOU at this point. You adopted this thing back in May. Copies of, there are 17 trades that are signatory. Ironically, strangely, and I don't know how it happened, because clearly there's no way you will complete this whole thing until you get the operating engineer's signature. Something's not making sense. But I'm sure I was willing to do whatever you ask him to do. But to sign an agreement with the MOU where you have a non-signatory partner, something's wrong. The language of the MOU is quite specific. It says only the parties that, but the language of the MOU are quite specific. For some reason, well, I think I know the reason. What we did is we took the MOU from the Hall of Justice project and adapted it to the correction facility. The Hall of Justice project had minimal need, if any need at all, for heavy equipment operators, etc., because that was primarily interior work. We're now talking about site work and underground work. Very limited. There's no way you're going to go out on a new facility, starting with earth, and do that without having equipment operators. And equipment operators are not signatory to
Commissioners, Kenneth Wilson, County Administrator. Before I make these comments, I will defer to the prosecutor's office as necessary, but I think that the way this project was conceived was that this project was not meant to limit who bids on the particular project. We said that individuals would, as Mr. Goodenow pointed out, could sign on to be a signatory, but this is not a disqualification, and I don't believe that we won't have to revisit the MOU in order to carry this project forward. I think this project went to the lowest and best bidder, as evidenced by it coming in $1.26 million below the project team's estimate.
I would actually have to defer questions relative to the MOU to Mr. O'Brien and Mr. Soulis. I simply haven't worked on that document.
As we've conceived this for the past projects, I know that to be true, that we did not want to be excluding others from bidding as long as they agreed to the terms of the MOU.
The MOU, again, stands on its own, all the parties inclusive within that MOU. This work can be done by the lowest and best bidder on this particular project, which PFM is bringing forth.
I would agree with Mr. Wilson's comments. I on this job probably have as many as 35 at peak during the job. And the construction project overall is going to be good jobs for the community, somewhere between, I'd estimate, between 750 and 800 workers on site at the peak of construction.
Do we have a legal opinion that allows us to move forward with this morning?
Again, I would have to defer that question to Mr. O'Brien and Mr. Soulis. I haven't worked on this particular project. I haven't even seen the document.
What's the issue if we needed to table this for...
It's always about schedule and construction, Commissioner.
Oh, I I know.
If possible, certainly I'd like to see it pass, but if it warrants further consideration, in your opinion, maybe even as early as Thursday at briefing, it might be a good idea to bring that up.
I won't be here Thursday, but my colleagues could do this on Thursday if they're both here.
We expect Commissioner Boyce on Thursday. Reason to think we don't expect Commissioner Boyce on Thursday?
We have a couple options. Either we can
I'll be
take...
here Thursday.
I see two options. Either we table this for 1 week, or we recess for a half an hour or more, less, and get the answer. This is a very simple answer to this question.
We could do that.
Well,
I'd actually prefer to do that if we could.
Why don't we...
I think
Let's
Mr.
do
Sulis
this. Let's
might be
pass
off
these
today.
last couple of resolutions, recess on this issue until we get this answer.
Yes.
Pass these last two resolutions, take a break as long as we need to get this answer, and come back and pass this resolution.
Let's do that.
All
Very
right,
good.
let's skip Resolution 626 for the moment. Move on to Resolution 627, Human Resources.
Resolution number
Can you give us
627.
an answer on that, please, Herb?
Endeavor to do so. I know Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you. Human Resources.
Resolution number 627-17, resolution approving personnel actions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Young, representing Human Resources. Have the following personnel actions this week. Department of Human Resources, a new hire, and Public Facilities Management, a new hire. Pending any questions, request approval of the resolution.
Move for approval of 627-17.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 627-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Purchasing.
Resolution number 628-17, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $989,996.90.
Good morning, Commissioners. Carl Cusick, representing the Purchasing Department. This resolution requests your approval of 123 purchase orders. These purchase orders have been pre-certified as availability funds by the county auditor. Pending any questions, I recommend their approval.
Move for approval of 628-17.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 628-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks. Antoine, do we have generalizations?
Yes, we have 4 from the Economic Development. Case number ANX-14-17, an expedited Type 2 petition, ANX 14-17, was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on August 29, 2017. The petition is requesting to annex 55 acres from Blendon Township to the City of Columbus. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on October 3, 2017. Site Uri Road, PID number 110-000023. Case number ANX-15-17, an expedited Type 2 annexation petition was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on August 30th, 2017. The petition is requesting to annex 0.7 acres from Perry Township to the City of Columbus. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on October 3rd, 2017. Site 1831 West Case Road, PID number 212-000691. Case number ANX-16-17, a municipal annexation petition was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on August 29th, 2017. The petition is requesting to annex 0.4 acres from Jackson Township to the City of Grove City. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners September 12th, 2017. Site is a public right-of-way along Stringtown Road. And case number ANX-17-17, a municipal annexation petition was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on August 31st, 2017. The petition is requesting to annex 0.6 acres from Jackson Township to the City of Grove City. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on September 26, 2017, and it's a public right-of-way along Stringtown Road.
Thank you. And we will recess this meeting until further time that we get the information, as soon as we hear from the prosecutors.
Yes, I estimate it should be 30 minutes or less.
Thank you.
So we are in recess now.
Can Mr. Goodnow and Mr. Reynolds, or Anderson Reynolds, I always want to call you Harold Reynolds, make you a famous Major League Baseball player. Mr. Anderson, can you please tell us what you found out?
Well, you couldn't confuse me with a Tribe player. After consulting with Mr. Soulis and Mr. Goodnow, my understanding is that EIGL's agreeing to, and is in fact required by the contract documents, to execute the MOU and to require all of the subs that they might employ to execute the MOU as well. So because they're qualified and because they're doing that, the MOU is effective as to the site work, even though the operating engineers are not signatory to the MOU.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I will move for approval of 6/26/17, and thank you for checking on that.
Appreciate it. We have the backing of the, second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 626-17 has been adopted.
All right, thank you. That concludes the agenda, and we will see everybody next week.
Sorry, I just didn't want to